Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the pitch call of deep dive call of Glamplus. I think some of the folks here attended the pitch call, and yeah, some folks will be attending for the first time, and we'll have few more folks join as we speak. But yeah, thank you for taking the time out on a Saturday evening. So, as a quick summary, Glamplus is an AI-powered full-stack B2B beauty commerce platform, which is looking to digitize the SMB beauty market, along with an e-commerce platform to solve the fragmented beauty supply chain in the B2B beauty space across Asia Pacific. This is a tremendous market opportunity where the India TAM is $12 billion, and across APAC, this is $37 billion opportunity. And in terms of some of the traction, they have 9,500 beauty partners, including 30 international partners. Current monthly revenue is over 3 crores with a monthly growth rate of 5% and a ARR of 36 crores. EBITDA right now is already at minus 5% and, heading towards break even in the next few months. We have pretty stellar VCs and institutional investors on the cap table, which include the likes of Blume, ITIGO, Upsparks, DEVC, Netgraph, Artha, to name a few in the current round as well. IPV, Artha, DEVC, Netgraph are reinvesting. So yeah, they are raising basically 8 crore at a 90 crore pre-money valuation, with now upwards of 75% of the round already subscribed. So yeah, with that, I'll hand it over to Divyanshu, who's the founder, to take over and like run through a quick pitch, followed by the Q&A that we'll have as a deep dive.
Sure. Thanks, Rohan. So, hi everyone. So first of all, thanks, Rohan and the team for setting up this call on a Saturday weekend. So, I'll just present my screen. Along with that, I'll take you through the Glamplus journey. I hope I am audible. I am in a kind of a closed room, so it might be echoing a bit, but pardon me if there is kind of noise interference. I'll just switch off my camera and present my screen and take you through the Glamplus journey.
Yeah, it's pretty clear just to be uh,
Sure.
so that.
Let me present my screen. Let me know once you see my screen and if the slides are moving. I
Yeah, it's
think,
visible as of now.
are the slides moving?
Yes, yes, they are.
So, okay, now we are all set. So, hi everyone. So this is Divyanshu, and before I start explaining on as what we are building at Glamplus and how the journey has been in the last 4 to 5 years, a quick introduction about the founding team. Starting with myself, Divyanshu, before Glamplus, worked across organizations like Ola, Bounce, Pagarbook, Ninja Card, mainly into supply chain and operations. So close to 10 years of experience. This is my second full-time venture. The first one was back in 2017, ran it for around 2 years, and then I had an exit. So that's about me. 2014, I am Lucknow graduate. Along with me, supporting Rohan, who is taking care of the operations. Again, coming from a startup background, started his career with Blackbug, was there for around 4 years, was setting up entire corporate sales and business development. Actually, he was the first few members along when the Blackbug was founded, was the first 10 employee over there. And then he was the business head at Transient, which got acquired by OnMove Technology for 70 million USD. So two of us supported by a stellar team of around 30 employees spanning across sales, operations, and warehousing, and tech, to drive Glamplus daily operations in and out. So uh, we call ourselves as a full stack, one stop full stack solution for the B2B beauty industry. Why we say so? Because there are two streams to it. One is the software, which is solving the digital or the offline pen and paper management to more to a digital play, where we digitize the entire outlet operations in terms of whether it's appointment, invoicing, and all. I'll take through this. And the second is the e-commerce piece that got enabled later point of time when we saw a lot of traction. So that is solving the procurement part of these beauty of these beauty centers, which are basically salons, spa, professional beauty outlets. So that's why we have become a kind of a one stop where everything on a day in day out basis, any beauty center needs can be solved via Glamplus. So um, before moving to the next slides or further slides in terms of market, TG and all, I'll just like to highlight quick on how the journey started back in 2020 during the COVID time. After the wave one of COVID, what we realized from these beauty centers that they were running dry. Their owners were not getting enough footfall because of the COVID scare, and staff were like sitting idle, so they were looking for some kind of uh, digital tool by which they can engage with their existing customer base in terms of doing campaigns, promotions to lure them back to their outlet and increase the footfall. But since everything was managed offline, um, uh, they were not having any means to by which they can engage because of the offline management. So that's where the Glamplus journey or the Glamplus was concepted. The idea is to digitize them by giving them a kind of a campaign management tool by which they can do all kind of SMS and campaign management. But over a period of time, we developed the entire full stack solution, whether it's appointment, invoicing management, staff management, client analytics. As we started growing further in 9 months, when we developed the software, they started asking these customers, around 300 customers we acquired, they started asking on the beauty product side. They started reaching out to Glamplus that, sir, do you provide the beauty products on the same platform, because we don't get the beauty products from the local distributor on time, and local distributor delivers partially and local distributor delivers in like 7-10 days. Can you help us in getting those delivered quickly as well as the higher fulfillment? So that's where the entire pivot from a pure play software perspective to more to a software enabled e-commerce happened, and that kind of kicked off from early 1 lakh of monthly revenues to currently clocking at 3 cr of monthly revenues, almost break even. So I'll take through the slides now in terms of first explaining the market. India is a $21 billion market, out of which 55% is completely offline, unorganized. Again, no usage of software to engage with their customer base, offline way of calling the local distributors, getting the product fulfilled. And this beauty market is constantly growing, expected to hit around 34 billion by 2028, because the pace at which India beauty is growing is much faster as compared to the other developed. So there is a huge opportunity to digitize this offline unorganized 55%, close to $11 billion TAM. So that's where Glamplus steps in to digitize them from a currently offline mode to a digital play. So $11 billion TAM, even if I tap 10% of this is just an India market, I will be tapping a close to $1 billion revenue. A few facts that I would like to state that India has got 1 million registered salons. Even thinking of a simpler monthly ticket size of 50,000, so it's close to around a 60,000 crore worth of TAM, which is close to around 8.5 billion. So what I'm trying to say, it's a huge market, and idea is to tap this market and convert their offline mode more to a digital play. The second problem which actually held us in getting the stickiness on the platform is the fragmented beauty supply chain when it comes to procuring the beauty products. Basically, in the traditional beauty procurement piece, if you think, and generally these end customers, which are like these beauty centers, procure from local distributor. Takes around again, local distributor takes around 7 to 10 days. These local distributors ends up procuring from the regional distributor. Regional distributor procures from the super stockist. Super stockist procures from the CNF, and CNF procures from the brand. So multiple middlemen involved, resulting in inefficient logistics, longer delivery timelines, So that's what it resulted in, creating a kind of issues on the product reaching to the customer on time. Just a minute. Yeah. So then there is exclusive brand outlets which are like around 27%, using a bit of a standardized supply chain where they are cutting the middleman in between. Idea is to be into that 1%, which is currently move this 72%, lot of customers from 72% to under 1%, by eliminating all the middlemen in between, procuring directly from the brand. It comes to our mother warehouse. From our mother warehouse, we supply it to our end customer. So that's where we are aiming for, to move this 72% offline unorganized chain to under 1%, which to currently which is under 1%, and give them an efficient, streamlined supply chain in terms of procurement. So when the supply chain is so much fragmented, so there are issues at both the ends, whether it's the buyer who is buying the products or the vendor who is supplying the product. Multiple middlemen involved, resulting creating the demand issues, returns issues, credit issues. On the buyer side, they are unable to do the product and pricing discovery, minimum order value issues. So idea is to make this entire chain simpler and smooth, and that's where lies Glamplus. So the thesis of this fragmented supply chain or offline way of manage is because of this completely driven, this beauty industry is completely driven by pen and paper model, basically an offline way of managing their entire outlet operations, whether in terms of managing the customers, their customers, whether in managing their staff, or whether it's procuring the beauty products, resulting all kind of operational inefficiencies, scalability issues, uh, and customer unable to work on the data in terms of what are my high customer base, low customer base. Idea is to digitize this, come move their workflows from an offline mode to more to a digital play, becomes a one-stop solution in terms of their appointment management, their customer footfall, their inventory procurement. And that's where we lies. A complete full stack solution where we provide a CRM and an ERP for managing the end customers outlet operations in a completely digital way, as well as giving them a e-commerce place where they can do the product and pricing discovery and get the products fulfilled in 2 days time, as compared to traditional 7 days, as well as with higher fulfillment. This has been supported by the growth that we have seen. 3 CR clocking currently 3 CR of monthly revenues, 280 B2B customers that we are serving, 2 days of delivery against 7 days, around 80% of orders getting fulfilled, 800 fast moving SKUs, 11 days after 11, every 11 days there is a repeat order. We are currently fulfilling 1 lakh worth of products on a monthly basis for the customers that we serve. So now the kind of customer that we tap, the TG is something, a customer who is doing minimum 5 lakhs of monthly revenues. So they end up procuring a total order value of approx 1.3 to 1.2 lakhs, from which Glamplus is currently serving 99,000 worth of product. So our wallet share is more than 70%. So yeah, this has been supported by last few quarters of continuous growth. Two of us driving Glamplus since 2020. So as I said, that we have two concrete solution embedded on the same platform. One is an e-commerce platform where we procure directly from the brands, comes to a mother warehouse. From there, it goes to the end customer via third party providers, which is like Delivery, Expressbees, Blue Dart. So this all results in better efficiencies in terms of quicker deliveries, higher fulfillment, as well as, since we cut the middleman in between, we ensure some pricing advantage to the end customer. And a CRM and a complete CRM ERP platform, which gives them the support in terms of managing their appointments, as well as some client analytics reviews they can do for their platform. They can generate the appointment for their existing customers, as well as analytics in terms of determining the client of customers visiting their outlet, like a high value client, dropout client, some kind of notifications in terms of birthday, some clients having their birthday next week, so offers and all. So all these features are catered on the same platform, which is Glamplus. So complete comprehensive solution, one on the software piece, solving the digital play of these outlets, of these beauty outlets, as well as an e-commerce, to procure their products in an efficient way. As we are raising our next fund, idea is to even launch our own white labels, because in salons and as well as in um, other beauty centers like beauty parlors, spa, there are a lot of brand agnostic SKUs. Um, so nobody asks about it. So that's where the opportunity lies, in the existing base, to launch our own products, derive higher margins, and also create the brand differentiation in the existing customer base that we have. So what started basically as a software play, a kind of a solutioning to digitize their offline mechanism of maintaining their outlets, has more expanded to more like a platform to procure the beauty products. Now both are converging, and that's where idea is to become a full stack solution, serve their entire needs. Much faster growing market as compared to other geographies, mainly primarily US and China, driven by macro factors like higher disposable income, preferences for the professional beauty products, uh, as well as sensitivity that has been, or the awareness that has been there in the customer mind in terms of the product uses. So they are more preferring towards the professional beauty products. In terms of the competitive landscape, I would say Glamplus is well positioned with a full stack solutioning SaaS and e-commerce, whereas there are players who are not, who are either providing one of them, Zenotti, based out of US. In India market, we are like well positioned to scale to next level. So idea is to raise 8 CR, around 3 CR will go in our tech enhancement. 4 CR will grow in enhancing our top line from current 3 CR monthly to around 8 CR, kind of a 1 million MRR with profitable cash flows, and 1 CR to launch our own brands, and remaining 1 CR will go more, uh, is more like a contingency expenses that we like to keep in. Out of this 8 CR, we have already got a hard commitment of 6 CR. We are looking to stitch the remaining round. With this, we are raising at around 90 CR pre-money. So that's the thing. Has been happy to answer any question around this.
Cool. That's pretty interesting. Divyanshu, thanks for taking us through the pitch quickly. So yeah, folks, I think we are open for Q&A. So anyone who has a question, feel free to write it in the chat, or if you want to speak, like just raise your hand on Zoom and we'll allow you to unmute and ask your queries.
Also for the tech piece, we are having one of the very senior tech ex IIT Delhi 2008 batch. Uh,
For
yeah, so one senior guy who is joining to lead our entire tech stack and tech infra, and like ex IIT Delhi data scientist and a senior principal at Cadence Systems, who will be leading our tech piece.
Interesting. VK has raised his hand. VK, allowing you to unmute.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Rohan. And all the best, Divyanshu. It was a great presentation, and hopefully, you will have much success. I just wanted to understand. So there are two services that you are fulfilling. One is, of course, on the product side, which is your marketplace. The other is SaaS platform. So what is the main focus area of this Glam Plus? Where you want to take it ahead? Because if we are going toward the SaaS platform, there are a lot of, the big players are also there. So, the
So
CRM and everything. So just wanted to know your thought. What is your vision and what is your plan
yeah,
on this?
So the long-term vision, if you ask me, it's more like we wanted to be a one-stop platform. Any daily needs of these beauty segments should be solved by Glamplus, whether it's whether it's their outlet operations or their procurement piece. But as of now, as I said, the idea is to grow our current top line from 3 CR to around 1 million MRR, as well as put a bit on the tech side to enhance our software capabilities for start monetizing the SaaS piece too. Because now both the things have started converging. A lot of customers have started asking on the features on the SaaS side because the kind of credibility that we have built over a period of time. So idea is to be a one-stop platform.
Got it. I think K. Rao raised his hand, allowing you to
Yeah,
unmute.
yeah. Hi, Mr. Bajaj and Devanshu.
Yeah.
So I have three questions, so I'll put it very quickly. First
Yes.
one is what you're doing as a supply chain efficient machine. Why can it not be done by quick commerce or Amazon or one of the existing platforms? That's question number one.
Correct. So one thing is, see, our entire IP is the customer base that we have tapped to. Amazon generally taps to, if you talk about Amazon, they deal into the retail beauty. We are into the professional beauty, which is particularly consumed at these beauty centers. These are the technical products. So something that's our niche, and even having that kind of base across, plus the kind of consumer psyche that is there in the mind of these end customers, that they want everything on one single platform, whether it's their daily operation or the procurement piece, because the owner is not at the shop all the time. He wants to manage it remotely also, their daily operations as well as the procurement. And that's where the entire the stack is like SaaS being an entry point, whereas my B2B results in kind of creating the stickiness on the platform, which is what Amazon doesn't have. They only can provide the beauty products, which is the supply chain which you are saying, and that to the retail side, not the professional beauty products.
Okay. You mentioned 1 million outlets or something like that, or customers. So I would
Correct.
reckon a lot of them would be retail, but anyway. So that's you're telling me that you are
These are
essentially
1
going for
million. These
B2B.
are 1 million salons,
Huh. Yeah, salons. Yeah.
not the retail ones. If you
Mm.
talk about the retail beauty outlet, then that is another 2-3 million.
Okay. Fair enough. So that's question number one. So question two is what is your financial model? Meaning, if your revenue is 100, what's your cost of goods and services, overheads,
So
including marketing, bottom?
currently at 10% gross margin, out of which, if I just remove all the direct sales cost, warehousing cost, and the logistics cost, my CM1 is close to 4.5%. CM2, again, very bit on the marketing. So CM2 stands at 4%, and then remaining is the corporate cost. So EBITDA stands at around -3%.
So that's one of my concern, not a concern, but a question is with such a thin margin, I understand your service platform. How do you reach your customers? What's your go-to market? You'll need fairly good budgets, no, for that
No, so
to increase your customer base or reach your target or whatever you want, monthly target or yearly target in the short term.
So currently we are serving 280 customers out of 9,500 total customer base that we have. So there is no additional cost to let the customers move from software to software plus e-commerce. So that the idea is to leverage that software customer base and start making them use the e-commerce platform also.
So what's the feedback you're getting from your existing customers? Is there a wow thing or?
Definitely means if you talk about the retention, 3 months retention, it's more than 82%, means they are continuously buying from us. As I said also earlier, that 99,000 worth of products out of 1.2 lakhs worth of products is supplied just by Glamplus. So that's the kind of stickiness, and they continuously buy from us.
Okay. My last question is on the third part, which you said white labeling.
Yeah.
See, I'm from a manufacturing background, business background. So
Sure.
my it's just a suggestion. Do you want to do it at this stage? I mean, it's a humongous effort. Sourcing, warehousing, SKU management, delivery is
No,
going to. So if you can focus on your first piece, which is the service platform and the delivery, seamless delivery, build a critical mass and then go to phase two instead of spreading yourself thin as all the money you're collecting right now.
so, two things over there. One, in professional beauty, the product moves very fast. Means we only have to keep like 15 days of inventory as compared to traditional D2C, which is like 6 months of inventory storage that we have to keep. We have already experimented with our own brands in the past, but due to longer inventory days, we couldn't continue. Now it's time to relaunch as they've started asking for it. Now these own brand wala thing is, as I said, lot of brand agnostic SKUs, whether it's pedicure, manicure kit, cotton buds, waxing strips,
Fair
towels.
enough. So, where are you going to source all this from? Do you have a
We,
certified or
we have the
qualified
yeah,
sources, rather?
yeah. From Bombay, we have the connects from the existing investor base
Hmm.
only, but we got such connects.
You're confident you can do that? This white label part?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we have a couple of questions from Naresh and then we'll move to Suresh as well. So Naresh has asked in the chat, what could be the margin expansion with new push to private brands? And second part of the question is, what's the AI part of your platform?
Yeah. So the first thing answering currently we stands at 10%. As we further scale our top line from 3 CR to up to 8 CR in the next 12 months, we'll get better margins from the back supply side, means from the vendor side, when because it's a volume game, the volume will grow, they will offer me better margins, cashback and discounts. So it in the traditional as I said, in the supply chain, from 10% it can go up to like 15 to 18%. This is what even Nika also gets it. So 15 to 18% is the range. Now with the addition of our own brands and considering 10% kind of penetration of our own brands in the next 12 months from the total top line, our margins can grow like up to 22 to 23%.
The second part was on the AI bit, I think. What's the AI
Yeah,
part of it?
on the see okay, let me go through that slide too. So currently we have features like reminder notifications, client analytics, appointment scheduling, a bill of materials, bomb for notifications on the threshold of the inventory stock out. There are a few more features that will develop over a period of time, which is like virtual consultation, trainings, beauty bots, and reviews. So these are things that we'll be building on the same platform, which is more like a generative AI that we'll do from our existing data set, and the kind of personalized customer segmentation in terms of the services that have been done by the existing customer base in the past, and suggestion of the services in via the software, along with bundling of some of the few more benefits that we'll offer through through our software platform.
Got it. So yeah, Naresh, if there are any follow-up questions, please let us know. Meanwhile, we'll move to Suresh. I think he had raised his hand. Suresh, yeah, you can go ahead.
Hi, yeah, Rohan and all the team, thank you so much for organizing it. Am I loud enough? Can you
Yeah,
guys?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's nice, good presentation, good pitch, and there are two things. I'm very new to this. I do not know the ticket size and the equity part, and I would just not talk about it. Maybe I'll come on to that later because that's not the urgent thing now. Divyanshu, I'm an IT and then business development guy, so I see the market, what it is. Unfortunately or fortunately, we have got some, yeah, invested in some Tony and Guy franchisees in Hyderabad. So that's the pain point I can see as a customer. So sitting here, I used to generate the dashboards of Zanoti software, the competitor which you mentioned, and also the new one which you are trying now. So I exactly can see the pain point of a customer who is running an salon or in a franchisee of Tony and Guy. So what pricing Tony and Guy gives them as product selling and how we are sourcing, there is really a pain there. It's a good area where you're focusing. And my question would be, what would L'Oreal or the other Vela or the big guys would they dump their regular distributors who are buying for millions, and how would they let you into the market with low volumes? This is very curious to me to understand the business side of it, because someone who is sitting in Delhi buying for India as the number one distributor from Vela or L'Oreal would be doing maybe millions of transactions. And how would this happen? This is interesting to me, because I would at last come to you to buy also, right? One thing. And also, if your thing is interesting, I would also become an investor, because you're going into e-commerce, which is a very good part.
Okay, Suresh, I'll break this into two things. One is like there are two different channels. One is the offline, product passing through multiple middlemen, whether it's the distributor, regional distributor, stockist, super stockist. They
Hmm.
are particularly catering to that particular area. This is an online mode. From
Hmm.
Bangalore, I am serving Bangalore also, as well as Bhubaneswar also, as well as certain parts of Pune also. So both
Hmm.
are two different channels. There are no conflicts. Then the second is the terms of trade, TOT, that we sign up with these brands or the CNF of the brands. And basically, and most importantly, our product procurement is more like a just in time. So it's not that we have to dump huge inventory. As I said, our inventory days are hardly 15 days. Our procurement happens thrice a month as
Hmm.
the demand comes. So that kind of efficiency that we have maintained at the warehousing level. So answering that, there won't be any conflict between the offline and the online mode. Offline basically serves as to the modern trade GTs and all. Online is something that it's the new piece. Even brand also want to discover with it that how much can be served via this platform to all the existing customer base, whether locally or outside, whether Bangalore or outside Bangalore. So that's what I have reached out to them, got the TOT done, and able to serve it.
Thank you. What will be your next three top cities you would focus on? Like you go like guerrilla marketing,
No,
work in
so
Bangalore, then go next, or how do you go
Idea
about
is
it?
to grow deeper in the Bangalore market first. Idea is to
Mhm.
acquire a bit of share in the existing market, and then the top three cities that you have asked is basically the Hyderabad, Nagpur, and Chennai. I would focus.
Understand. Okay, so thank you so much, and I'll just someone from the team to contact you for that sourcing part, and the ticket and rest of the things and equity stuff. I'll just get to know on the platform. I'm new to the platform. I'm sorry. Excuse me on this.
I think
Yeah.
Sure.
Rohan will help you on
Actually, I
this.
will keep you posted, Suresh. I'm also sharing the platform sign up link and the deal page link in the
Yeah.
chat. So once you sign up on this link, you'll be able to see both the deal terms as well as the ticket size. So to summarize, basically like via the fund, the minimum ticket size starts at as low as 2 lakh rupees. And
Mm-hmm.
there's also an option of a direct cap table starting at 25 lakhs.
Okay, great. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Rohan. Thanks, team, for organizing it. Thanks, Divanshu. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Suresh.
Cool. Do we have any final questions from anyone? Like to ask in the chat or raise your hand if you wish to. I've also shared the deal page in the chat for you to take a look where the detailed terms, deck, everything is visible.
I think there is somebody who is.
Yeah, okay, Rahul, like basically like the drawdown will be sent before round closure. So we will definitely you will be receiving a mail from the platform, prior to the closure. The drawdown will be sent only prior to that. Cool. If there are no further questions, thanks folks for joining on a Saturday evening. Appreciate it. And thanks Divyanshu for taking time out to pitch to us. And like we are looking forward to being a part of your growth story.
Thank you so much. Looking forward.
Thank you guys.